morning, everybody. We're Aging Advantage, and we're going to have a presentation today on um, sleep habits, I believe. Maybe someone else can chime in, but Aging Advantage, we try to do these caregiver talks or ARPA talks, and these community education talks, we're trying to reach out within the community to help with different things. The pandemic and COVID and everything sent everything up very confusing in our world. And so a lot of times people are not getting the best sleep and just stressed out about being isolated in their homes or all their habits changing. And so it's real important to look at those issues. And so we try to bring this community education through the St. Louis Area Agency on Aging and some of their funding through ARPA dollars to our community to educate on different topics. And we're going to bring a video that we had from before back and discuss it after about proper sleep habits and things that can help us to get restful sleep, which is maybe a good thing today. I'm feeling extremely tired myself for bad sleep habits, kind of stress and all that kind of thing. So it's always a good reminder for us to have. And with Aging Advantage, we do try to, again, reach out in the community and help all the elderly and disabled and people in our community to be aware of resources and better options for them in their life. So we will get our video going here.
Hi, I'm Lila, Certified Geriatric Care Manager with Aging Advantage and our sister company, A+ Aging Advantage. This is part 2 of our sleep discussion for today. And again, there will be more tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be focusing more on some comorbidities, maybe COPD, restless leg syndrome, sleep apnea. Right now, we're going to get started on sleep tips for older adults. All right. Are you a senior having trouble sleeping? It says these tips can help you deal with insomnia, overcome age-related sleep problems, and get a good night's rest. As we age, we often experience normal changes in our sleeping patterns, such as becoming sleepy earlier, waking up earlier, waking up throughout the night, or experiencing less deep sleep. However, disturbed sleep, waking up tired every day, and other symptoms of insomnia are not a normal part of aging. Sleep is just as important to your physical and emotional health as it was when you were younger. A good night's sleep helps improve concentration and memory formation, allows your body to repair any cell damage that occurred during the day, and refreshes your immune system, which in turn helps prevent disease. Older adults who don't sleep well are more likely to suffer from depression, attention memory problems, excessive daytime sleepiness, and more nighttime falls. Insufficient sleep can also lead to serious health problems, including a risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, weight problems, and breast cancer in women. It doesn't reference the study that was done on that, but anyway. To improve your quality of sleep, it's important to understand the underlying causes of your sleep problems. The following tips can help you identify and overcome age-related sleep problems, get a good night's rest, and improve the quality of your waking life. Now, if you're a caregiver, hopefully you can incorporate some of these tips into the routine or the lifestyle of the one you're caring for, your loved one, your resident. It says, how much sleep do older adults really need? While sleep requirements vary from person to person, most healthy adults require 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. However, how you feel in the morning is more important than the number of hours. Frequently waking up, not feeling rested, or feeling tired during the day are the best indications that you're not getting enough sleep. Insomnia and aging tip 1. Understand how sleep changes as you age. As you age, your body produces lower levels of growth hormone, so you'll likely experience a decrease in slow wave or deep sleep, which is the especially refreshing part of the sleep cycle. When this happens, you produce less melatonin, meaning you'll often experience more fragmented sleep and wake up more often during the night. That's why many of us consider ourselves light sleepers as we age. You may also want to go to sleep earlier in the evening and wake up earlier, have to spend longer in bed at night to get hours of the sleep you need, or make up the shortfall by taking naps during the day. In most cases, such sleep changes are normal and don't indicate a problem. Sleep problems not related to age. It says at any age, it's common to experience occasional sleep problems. However, if you experience any of the following symptoms on a regular basis, you may be dealing with a sleep disorder. And then, of course, you want to discuss this with your doctor. If you have trouble falling asleep, even if you're tired, have trouble getting back to sleep if you've been awakened, you don't feel refreshed even after a night's sleep, you feel irritable or sleepy during the day, have difficulty staying awake while sitting still, even watching TV or driving, that's a problem. Have difficulty concentrating during the day. You've begun to rely on sleeping pills or alcohol to fall asleep. Or if you're having trouble controlling your emotions because you're tired. Time to talk to the doctor. Number 2, identify underlying causes for your insomnia. Many cases of insomnia or sleep difficulties are caused by underlying but very treatable causes. By identifying all possible causes, you can tailor treatment accordingly. Are you under a lot of stress? Are you depressed? Do you feel emotionally flat or hopeless? Do you struggle with chronic anxiety or worry? Have you recently gone through a traumatic experience? Are you taking any medications that might be affecting your sleep? Do you have any health problems that may interfere with sleep? Common causes of insomnia and sleep problems in older adults. 1, like we talked about before, poor sleep habits and the sleep environment. These include irregular sleep hours, consumption of alcohol before bedtime. That's probably because the sugar's in there. That's what I'm assuming. Falling asleep with the TV on. Make sure your room is comfortable, dark, and quiet, and that your bedtime rituals are conducive to a good sleep. Pain or medical conditions. Health conditions such as the frequent need to urinate, pain, arthritis, asthma, diabetes, osteoporosis, nighttime heartburn, and Alzheimer's disease can interfere with sleep. Talk to your doctor to address any medical issues. And it says menopause and postmenopause. During menopause, many women find that hot flashes and night sweats can interrupt sleep. Even postmenopause, sleep problems can interfere by improving your daytime habits, especially diet and I can't read it. They can help. Medications. Older adults tend to take more medications than younger people, and the combination of drugs, as well as their side effects, can impair sleep. Your doctor may be able to make changes to your medications to improve sleep. I have one client who was up all night long due to frequent urination. I mean, every hour, hour and a half, she was waking up. And she had a conversation with her doctor, and he changed one of her medications. I don't know which one. It wasn't a water pill, but he changed, but it was, I think, a heart medication. But anyway, whatever it is he changed made all the difference in the world. And then she was just getting up maybe once or twice, but it wasn't every hour, hour and a half. So it really improved her sleep. She felt much better during the day. And that's what we all want, to feel better during the day. And we want the people we love to feel better too. Another thing that can affect sleep is lack of exercise. If you are too sedentary, you may never feel sleepy or feel sleepy all the time. Either way. Regular aerobic exercise during the day can promote good sleep. Stress. Significant life changes like retirement, the death of a loved one, or moving from a family home can cause stress. Nothing improves your mood better than finding someone you can talk to face to face. Another contributor could be lack of social engagement. Social activities, family, and work can keep your activity level up and prepare your body for a good night's sleep. If you're retired, try volunteering, joining a seniors group, or taking an adult education class. Sleep disorders, restless leg syndrome, and sleep apnea are more likely to occur in older adults, and we will discuss those more tomorrow. Lack of sunlight, like they talked about before. Bright sunlight helps regulate melatonin and your sleep-wake cycles. Try to get at least 2 hours of sunlight a day. Keep your shades open during the day or use a light therapy box. Tip 3. Improve sleep habits. In many cases, you can improve your sleep by addressing emotional issues, improving your sleep environment, and choosing healthier daytime activities. Since everyone is different, though, it may take some experimentation to find the best changes for you. Some other tips: naturally boost your melatonin levels. Artificial lights at night can suppress your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. Use low wattage bulbs where it's safe to do so. Turn off the TV and computer and phone at least an hour before bed. It says don't read from a backlit device at night, such as an iPad. If you like to read from a tablet or other electronic device, switch to an e-reader that requires an additional light source. It says make sure your bedroom is quiet, dark, and cool, and your bed is comfortable. We often become more sensitive to noise as we age, and light and heat can also cause problems. Use a sound machine, wear earplugs or a sleep mask. They may help. Use your bedroom only for sleep. Well, it says and sex, but we're not talking about sex here. By not working, watching TV, or using your computer in bed, your brain will associate the bedroom with just sleep. Move bedroom clocks out of view. The light can disrupt your sleep, and anxiously watching the minutes tick by is a surefire recipe for insomnia. And it seems like everything we have now has a light on it. I have a Wi-Fi extender, this little round thing, and it emits this blue light. And then the air purifier has got another light. So all these lights going on, and it can be very disruptive. Keep a regular bedtime routine for sleep. Make a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same times, even on the weekends. That's what that other article said. And I've read that over and over and over. And though we love to sleep in on the weekends, apparently it does disrupt our sleep then in the week coming up. Block out snoring. If snoring is keeping you up, try earplugs, a white noise machine, or you may have to move into another bedroom if it's disrupting your sleep every night. Go to bed earlier. Adjust your bedtime to match when you feel like going to bed, even if that's earlier than you're used to. I mean, if you always go to bed at 10, but you start getting tired at 8:30, and you really are just watching another show or doing something else because bedtime's at 10, maybe your body's telling you that your bedtime needs to be closer to 8:30 or 9. Maybe that's your body's natural circadian rhythm. Develop soothing bedtime rituals. Take a bath, play music, practice relaxation techniques such as progressive muscle relaxation, mindfulness meditation, deep breathing. These can all help you wind down before bed. Sleeping aids and sleeping pills. They're meant for the short term, not for the long term. They don't address the cause of your insomnia, and it says they do make them worse in the long run. Now, regarding napping, if you don't feel fully alert during the day, a short little cat nap might provide you the energy you need to perform fully for the rest of the day. A little power nap. It says keep it short, 5 minutes can help, 10 minutes, but no longer than 20 to 25. Otherwise, you may end up feeling groggy, and it'll be harder to concentrate after your nap. Try to nap early in the afternoon so it doesn't disrupt your nighttime routine and rhythm. And be comfortable. Try to nap in a comfortable environment, preferably with limited light and noise. My mom always told me, and it seems to work, if you lay down flat on your bed, or with your pillow, but you just lay there, and no part of your body is touching the other part. So your arms are out to the side a little, your feet are spread apart a little bit, that's the best napping position for a power nap. Worth a try. Tip 4, use diet and exercise to improve your sleep. 2 of the daytime habits that most affect sleep are diet and exercise. As well as eating a sleep-friendly diet during the day, it's particularly important to watch what you put in your body in the hours before bedtime. Limit caffeine late in the day, coffee, tea, soda, and chocolate late in the day. They even say like decaf, I don't know about decaf coffee, but decaf tea can possibly still have caffeine in it, depending on the type. So be sure to research that. It says, it might seem like alcohol will make you sleepy, and it does, but it actually disrupts your sleep. If you need a light snack before bed, have low-sugar cereal, yogurt, little cup of applesauce, sugar-free, warm milk. Cut down on sugary foods. Eating a diet high in sugar and refined carbs, such as white bread, white rice, pasta, and French fries, can cause wakefulness at night and pull you out of the deep restorative sleep that we need. Avoid big meals or spicy foods just before bedtime. Large or spicy meals can lead to indigestion or discomfort. Try to eat a light or moderate-sized dinner 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. And again, this makes complete sense. Minimize your liquid intake before sleep. Limit what you drink within an hour and a half before bedtime to limit how often you wake up to use the bathroom at night. Another one of my clients told me, I learned so much from my clients, and I love that they share these things with me, these tips, that it was hard for her to do, but her doctor recommended that after 6 p.m., not for her anyway, not to have a glass of water. She could take a few sips, of course, no one wants to be thirsty, but that helped her with her nighttime incontinence and getting up, trying to get to the bathroom. It cut down on her fall risk because she was stumbling a lot at night to get to the bathroom, to get there in a lickety-split hurry. And when we can't run like we used to, we need a little more time to get there. So that really helped her. But again, doctor's advice. Okay. Then it says exercise for overcoming sleep problems in older adults. Exercise, especially aerobic activity, releases chemicals in your body that promote more restful sleep. Even if you have mobility issues, there are countless activities you can do to prepare yourself for a good night's sleep. Again, always consult your doctor before embarking on any new fitness program. But let's say you're in a wheelchair, or you can't walk, or it's difficult to walk. On YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, and if you don't have it, maybe a friend does, or just so you can watch for a moment, there are so many seated exercises you can do. And if you incorporate these things throughout your day, it gets your body moving. You might not be able to do it up on your feet, but that's okay. What can you do seated? And again, if you don't have access to these programs like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, have a friend or a family member look it up for you, watch a couple of the videos, just Google or put in your search area chair exercises, exercises for mobility impaired, things along those lines, and you'll be able to watch a few things that'll get you going on things that you are able to do. And your doctor probably has a lot of information on exercises that are perfectly appropriate for you. It also says try swimming and water exercises. Swimming laps is a gentle way to build up fitness and great for sore joints and weak muscles. Some people, that's the only exercise they can do. Everything else hurts, but the water's okay. Many community and YMCA pools have programs just for older adults, as well as water-based exercise classes. And speaking of the Y, and some insurance programs, I know Blue Cross Blue Shield, I'm sure there's more, I just can't think of them, but they have that Silver Sneakers program. And some of my clients that are able to do that, they absolutely love it. It gets them out of the house. It gets their body moving. They make some new friends. And then they're going to sleep better. Reduces some stress and some isolation. It says dancing. If you love music, go dancing, take a dance class, or just put on some music in your house and dance around. Or in your room, close the door so no one can see you, right? You don't have to go all the way to a dance class if you don't want. Bowling or bocce ball, these games are great exercise. The more you walk, the brisker the pace, the more aerobic benefit you'll experience. Golfing. Golf is another exercise that doesn't require vigorous movement. Walking adds an aerobic bonus, and spending time out in the sun, like they've been talking about, can improve your mood and should hopefully help with your sleep. Cycling or running. If you're in good shape, you can run and cycle until late in life. Both can be done outdoors or on a stationary bike or treadmill. There's an 87-year-old in my life that she's walked her entire life. That's kind of her thing. She is 87, and she's still walking 1 to 2 miles a day, every day. And if the weather's bad, she just marches around the house for like an hour nonstop. I wish I'd have that energy or commitment. I mean, she is committed. That is what she does. She said, I don't care how badly I'm feeling. If I feel dizzy, I just put my hands out on the walls and I just go. Go, 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 go. Now, if she's super, super dizzy, then of course that's not obviously a good idea, but she pushes herself anyway. And I think that really contributes to being in extremely good health at 87. If she has an ache or a pain or her arthritis is bothering her, she doesn't care. She just keeps going. Pretty amazing. A study at Northwestern University found that aerobic exercise resulted in the most dramatic improvement in quality of sleep, including sleep duration for middle-aged and older adults with a diagnosis of insomnia. The participants in their study exercised for 2 20-minute sessions or 1 40-minute session 4 times a week. They worked at 75% of their maximum heart rate. Their sleep quality improved from a diagnosis of poor sleeper to good sleeper. They reported fewer depressive symptoms, more vitality, and less daytime sleepiness. Sounds good, doesn't it? Tip 5, reduce your mental stress. And we've been talking about stress a lot this last week. We've had 5 sessions on it. It says stress and anxiety built up during the day can interfere with a good night's sleep. And I'm sure we are all very familiar with that. It's important to learn how to let go of thoughts and worries at bedtime. Keep a journal, which kind of made me laugh because in the last 5 stress talks we've done, it's been keep a journal. So keep a diary, keep a notebook, keep a little pad of paper. Keep it by the bed with a pen. Doesn't have to be a big deal. And when you have something you're worried about, write it down. Just write it down. Put it aside. See if that helps. And just say, okay, well, I wrote it down and now I'm going to go to sleep. If you're worried about tomorrow and all the things you need to do, write them all down. List your goals for tomorrow somewhere. And then put them aside till the next day. But you're getting them out of here and putting them there. And hopefully that will help you be able to relax and get some sleep. It says listen to calming music. Read a book that helps you feel relaxed. Get a massage. That'd be nice. Use a relaxation technique to prepare your body for sleep. And seek opportunities during the day to talk to a friend, mental health professional, spiritual advisor, your doctor, about things if they're really troubling you, so that hopefully that doesn't get carried into the night then and interfere with your sleep. It says, as you get older, it's normal to wake up more often during the night. However, if you're having trouble falling back to sleep, here are some tips. 1, it says don't stress. Stressing over the fact you can't get back to sleep only encourages your body to stay awake. Try to stay out of your head and focus on feelings and sensations in your body instead. And I guess if that doesn't work and you're still awake, a few times I've had to just get up, and go in the other room and read, or start a painting, just do something, and I will get tired again and I will go back to bed. It says make relaxation your goal, not sleep. Try relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, without getting out of bed. Although not a replacement for sleep, it can still help rejuvenate your body. It says do a quiet, non-stimulating activity. If you've been awake for more than 20 minutes, get out of bed and do a non-stimulating activity such as reading a book. But keep the lights dim and avoid screens. To stop worrying. They keep saying that. That's so much easier said than done. I know it's true. It's just super hard to do. If you wake during the night and you're worried about something, write it down on a piece of paper and tell yourself you will worry about it the next day. But tonight you need your sleep. If your own attempts to solve your sleep problems are unsuccessful, keep a sleep diary and take it to your doctor. Diary, journal, notebook. Okay, we're using these words interchangeably. Write down when you use alcohol, caffeine, and nicotine. even probably those e-cigs, e-vapes, whatever they're called, all of those. Keep track of everything. And keep track of your medications, any exercises you've done, or if you exercise that day, lifestyle changes, recent stressors. Your doctor may then refer you to a sleep specialist or cognitive behavioral specialist to further treatment, especially if insomnia is taking a heavy toll on your mood and your health. While sleeping pills and sleep aids can be effective when used sparingly for the short term, such as a recovery from a medical procedure, they will not cure insomnia. In fact, they will make it worse in the long term. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a form of psychotherapy that treats sleep problems by addressing negative thoughts, worries, and behaviors that prevent you from sleeping well. A study at Harvard Medical School found that cognitive behavioral therapy was more effective at treating chronic insomnia than prescription sleep medication, but without the risks and side effects. So definitely, something to talk to your doctor about. The authors for this article are Melinda Smith, Lawrence Robinson, and Robert Siegel. And since we have just a few minutes here, I found a fun little article, less than recommended physical activity may still lengthen life. Now, this isn't about sleep. It's just talking about what appealed to me was that you can still reap some benefits even if you're not doing as much aerobic exercise as is recommended. There have been 6 studies. It says the researchers pooled data on more than 650,000 men and women in the U.S. and Europe. Half of these studies tracked participants for more than 14 years. Based on self-reports of physical activity, people who did less than the recommended minimum of activity were, and again, this is talking about death, so I don't mean to be depressing, but I'm just going to read what it says. Were still 20% less likely to die during the studies than people who were not active at all. Mortality risk was 31% lower for people who did 1 to 2 times the recommended minimum, and 37 for those who did 2 to 3 times the recommended minimum. I just thought that was interesting. Just 1 hour of brisk walking or 30 minutes of jogging or biking per week is enough to move into the first category and out of the inactive group. Doing more than the recommended amount didn't seem to decrease the risk any further. But many enjoyed many health benefits. Volume of activity rather than the intensity. So, even if you have to start small, I mean, to me, maybe to you as well, if I'm going from not exercising at all to, oh my gosh, I have to fit in 2 20-minute or 1 40-minute aerobic, walking, whatever, exercise times 4 times a week minimum. What? Where am I going to find that time? And then you feel so overwhelmed, you say, forget it. Done. Not doing it at all. So even though this article didn't focus on sleep, I found it reassuring and encouraging that even starting off small, just a little bit, is good for you. And then, hopefully, I guess, we build onto that little bit. It becomes more of a bit, and pretty soon it becomes what it is recommended, which is 2 20-minute or 1 40-minute aerobic session 4 times a week. So with all of that in mind, I hope you get a good night's sleep tonight and have lots of energy for tomorrow. If not, maybe try incorporating some of the sleep tips we reviewed today. Thank you for joining us.
That was good. That was really good. I enjoyed that.
I for myself know that um I know before too, I've heard like drinking warm milk before bed, maybe something that helps. But most definitely all of that what she said, I think it can improve um a lot, when it comes to just better, healthy living. Most definitely sleep plays a big part on our cognitive functioning too, day to day. So that was really good. I must have let Lila know I enjoyed her and seeing her with long hair.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I found it to be interesting. I just want to point out in the video too, it seemed like she was talking about the series because at the time when she did this video, she had done a few other videos. So if any of those other topics are of interest on our Facebook page, we can scroll back that far, or they might be on our YouTube page at this point. A lot of the older videos are being added to the YouTube page, so you're able to, find the points to go along with those. But I mean, I think, sleep, as we were saying, it's just an important class to have right now with, all these effects happening with the pandemic, and coming out of that. We have isolation, we have stress. Some people are on increased medications, or, when she's just talking about exercise at the end, again, just looking at how am I going to fit that in to what's happening, and just taking the small bites out of it. But we just tend to, with everything that's going on right now, we're very worried about our finances, or we're worried about changes that are happening all around us, and that gets people isolated and lonely with our if we're having sickness and different things in our families. Um, all those really, really impact our sleep and impact how we're feeling about things. So, I mean, and even when she's talking about the light, I'll tend to sometimes fall asleep, have the light on, then that wakes you up, or if you're sleeping with your TV or sleeping with any of that, um, that could kind of, you know, not just it's just not good sleep hygiene overall, um, but I did find when she was talking again about journals and just thinking about what's important to you, and not letting yourself get as stressed, that hopefully that helps to sleep too. So, um, I don't know. Any other thoughts about that, Donna?
No, I agree with you. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, I don't know if we have any other questions in our chat. Um,
Nothing at this time. I just wanted to also say that her video, it does make you think, like, we all have advice from doctors or family friends or things like, and this is what helps for them when they're trying to deal with sleep issues. But the big takeaway I got from her is that everybody might need something different. Like her friend that needs to walk 2 miles, even if she's just in her house doing tiny steps to it down, up and down the hallway, right? That works for her. It may not work for somebody else, or for the one lady who can't drink after 6 p.m. and we all need something different. And sometimes it's trial and error, but the biggest takeaway is to talk to your doctor about it versus taking advice from a friend of a friend.
yeah,
Um,
because I always get the thing about white noise. Oh, play something with white noise, of a fan or this or that, and I cannot sleep if I have that stuff. And so I do better with the TV background. But then if you just have a show on and it changes to a different show, like if you fall asleep, it changes to a different show that sometimes awakens you. So I figured out that I could if I put on a recording of some show that I've watched, a million times, then eventually the recording will just end and it will be silent, and then that's okay. So that kind of, I found a way that it works for me and doesn't end up waking you back up. So yeah, it's real important. But I think just, especially too, that when she just talked about the journal, just kind of writing some of that stuff out and getting it out of your mind, you know, um, and kind of planning out your next day, is helpful to me too. But, just not focusing. I think we have to maybe not focus on everything that's going wrong around us, and which is that all those things are really hard. So being able to start to reach out to other people, and I think that's what we're here for as an agency of Aging Advantage, that you can reach out to us and the care managers and maybe come up with some, other plans to, combat what's happening around you. Get some extra resources in there. But we have another class a little bit later today.
Yep, at 1 o'clock, we'll be back.
Okay, we'll learn a new resource then. So I think that's all that we have for this talk, and it'll be online. And if you have anything, you can, make a comment, and we'll try to address any of those questions or concerns.
Yep. Thank you, guys.